Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me thank you for being here today. I'm glad that many of you could come because I know that time is of the year is probably the busiest for you. Let me introduce our team. As you probably know, my name is Đoan Trang and this is Thu Hương. She is the head of logistics, and in my left hand side you can see our new HR manager, Thiên Phước. We all come from finance company. As you can see on the screen, the objective of our presentation is to give you an overview of the number of the cases of each disease in some lane. Today, we're going to look closely at the number of cases of the period between 1983 and 1985 and the period of 1989 and 1992. This is extremely important for all of us who are directly involved in the international health project, right? So we will start by looking at the outline. I've divided our presentation into three main parts. First of all, Thiên Phước will start off by explaining the number of the cases of the X disease in the sum lane between 1983 and 1988. After that, Thu Hương will go on to present the number of cases of X disease in some lane between 1989 and 1992. And finally, Hương will give you the conclusion. It should take about 13 minutes to cover these issues. Don't worry of taking note. We have put on the important statistic of on a handout for you. Please take one and pass them on. Our email the PowerPoint presentation for you at the end of our talk. There will be time for questions after our presentation. And next, Phước will take turn to continue the presentation.
Hello everyone, my name is Phước and I'm going to continue our presentation today. The purpose of my talk today is to provide you with the information on the numbers of cases of X disease in some length between 1983 to 1992, but I will cover half of the information of the period of 83 to 88, and the other half will be in charge of my colleague. As you can see on the screen right now, this is the graph that shows the numbers of cases of X disease in some length from 1983 to 1992. The figures show that in the period of 1983 to 1985, there is a slight increase in the case, but not that significant, from 100 to around 110 cases being noted at the time. Around the time, X was still like a mysterious name in terms of signs of illness, and there were very little scientific research on this disease. And despite the fact that the case increased slowly throughout the period of 83 to 85, the case managed to grow quickly to 200 cases in the year 1987, whereas in 1988, the case have dropped down to the point of 100, and from the years of 83 and 84, that seemed to be a relief to the observant as well as the scientists. Now let's turn back to the graph and have some more dive into the data. But I would like to lead the next explanation of the X disease case from the periods of 1988 to 1992 to my colleague to continue. Mr. Hương, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hương and I'm going to present my part. As Phước mentioned before, my purpose is to give you information about the various of 1809 to 1902 of the XDZ case in some land, and then I will summarize the whole presentation. As you can see the slide, followed by a search before the number reached a peak at 400 in 1989. Between 1808 and 1809, the number of infections increased quite rapidly, and this gave a bad indication of the situation at the time. In 1990, a slightly smaller number of 350 people were affected by X disease. After that, the number leveled out, then suddenly plummeted to zero in the last year of the period. It can be seen from the graph that in 1992, there was no case of X disease reported in some land. Before I stop, let me throw out main points again. In conclusion, the line graph shows that the disease fluctuated suddenly until 1991 when it was eradicated from some land and zero cases in 1992 were in evidence. So that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for your attention. Now our group will be happy to answer any question you may have.